It is time. Hey everybody, I am Potato Revan, and today I have found a bunch of cats living in my back garden who I decided to keep and bring on a panel. So today we're going to be talking to you about horror films and everyone's favorite horror films and just everything like that. So we'll start off. Phil, you want to start? You want to talk about some? We'll start off with you.
Should we? I think we should save that certain one that we both love
For like,
for last.
okay. Well, I'll. Hey there, son of a red shirt.
Oh yeah,
I think we should start with Marv since he's probably the closest to an expert on horror movies.
Don't start if that's how you want to do it. Then don't start with me.
Jedi, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
All right, since he's the guest.
My most favorite one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. To Hooper.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 1 second.
That was actually a pretty good one.
No. Yes, that one.
Isn't that a William Shatner mask as well, with its eyes cut out?
No. The character Leatherface was based on Ed Gein. A lot of the horror slashers were based on Ed Gein. Psycho, Leatherface, of course, is one.
Hey there, Dalek.
And in the movie Silence of the Lambs, Wild Bill was also based on Ed Gein.
Buffalo Bill, actually.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill, yeah.
Okay. For me, one of the favorite ones I love is the Final Destination series. I absolutely love them. Has anyone here actually watched Final Destination?
I watched the first one. I got really bored and didn't watch any of the others.
Oh, dude, you.
No, it's just the same thing over and over again. I can only take circumstance killing people for so long.
Have any of you seen that one clip someone uploaded to YouTube of Final Destinations with all the sound effects replaced with Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Hold on, guys.
No.
I will be right. Hold on, guys. You keep talking. I need to leave and come back.
Oh shit! Okay.
He's gonna go watch it.
Oh no.
I mean, I have not seen that YouTube video, but I can just imagine it's going to be incredible.
Okay, hey, I'm back. So I missed absolutely everything. Welcome, Red Shirt. Welcome, Chavez, Dalek. Hi, everybody. So we will go, and we're just going to bounce around everyone's picture. So as I pull them up, you'll see who your own ones, and then you'll go, oh, that's mine, huh? So, The Grudge. No, The Ring.
That's what I was about to say. That's not.
Ring.
What's the difference?
What
The
horror
Ring.
movie are we ripping off
Samara. That's Samara.
Samara from The Ring. Oh my god, this movie, I remember. This, when I was a kid, this scared the living hell out of me. And then when I watched it earlier on, all I could remember was a friend of mine at the time who said, pick the TV up as she's crawling out and hold it out the window.
Are you talking about the Japanese version, or
No, because Samara's from the U.S. version. If it was a Japanese version,
yes.
it'd be Sadako Yamamura.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the Japanese one. So yeah, and it was absolutely funny. The horse scene, oh, that one gave me nightmares. That horse was freaky as fuck. Like when he went over the edge.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's basically how freaky it was.
Yeah.
So, Farv, I'm going to go to one of the ones that you showed us recently.
Oh, well, that was Katala's, I believe.
That one was mine.
Okay,
So have at it.
Or we both may have sent it to him.
No, I
No.
left that one for you guys.
yeah. Okay, so Katala, do you want to talk about it?
So this one's a little more recent than some of the others that we've talked about. Actually, quite a lot more recent, and it's probably to date one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies ever.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, it absolutely
Willy's
fucking is.
Wonderland is an awesome movie.
As I like to call it, it is violently adorable.
You can say that.
Oh my god.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, and the fact that he's in the bathrooms going around cleaning up all the dead people, all the dead machinery and everything like that, and he just stands there, and no matter what the fight is, in the middle of a fight he just stops and goes and starts opening a can and doing his break routine, and the monster's like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like this guy, his entire thing is he has a set schedule and he will not break from it. It's great.
And he doesn't say a word throughout the entire movie. It's just Nicolas Cage, stone cold, killing his way through comics.
It's the greatest thing ever. Also,
not to spoil anything, but hold on, I'm sorry. You can go.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say another part of the movie that just really kind of stitches the whole thing together in just an awesome little package is the soundtrack. The soundtrack's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, but the one Hispanic girl that keeps trying to fight him. She's also kind of awesome. Let's be real.
Yeah, she is.
Because then she stabs the shit out of the one and like beats the other one with a shotgun.
Arms, we
not
can't
to
hear you.
spoil anything. But I do want to say that I still think it was a missed opportunity for him to just like say one thing at the end that said, there was a pest problem I took care of.
Or I don't like animatronics.
I honestly think that still would have taken away from it after that long for him to just suddenly say something.
Yeah.
So far, we'll go to one of yours.
Well, a few of you watched this with me once, back when the CMC was a thing. Ironically, this is John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, an excellent film.
That was great.
Never hear you.
Awesome.
God, yeah. That movie's creepy.
This movie made ridiculous use of very, very practical effects, location shooting, and a lot of good actors. Yeah, Rob Bottin.
Rob Bottin.
Yep.
Excellent.
They filmed this motherfucker in the ass end of the Yukon. So these motherfuckers were actually freezing, and it wasn't any special effects for that.
So some of it was not acting, in fact.
Exactly. Yeah. Some of it was not acting. They were cold as fuck.
Yeah, for some of it, didn't they spring some of the practical effects on the guys too?
I think they did, yes, as I recall.
The stomach one, I know that for talk's sake, when they were doing the stomach, they didn't tell the rest of the actors. So when it just opened up and the man put his hands in, they didn't have that set up. They didn't realize he was wearing prosthetics or whatever. That was the cast's real reaction.
Yeah, because they actually hired a double amputee for that scene.
Yeah.
The guy had no arms.
I know in Alien when they did the chest burster scene for the first time, they didn't tell the cast what was happening.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
So I'm going to go and click on this one.
What
Phil?
the hell, Phil?
Oh my god, Phil!
Really, dude?
Oh come on! If we're talking about horror, we have to talk about this because it's so fucking amazing.
It's a comedy, though.
No.
It's only a comedy, and it's only a comedy with the dub.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing you ever talk about is the dub. And honestly, I'm still not sure I would call it a horror film in its normal state, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
If we're going horror anime, I cannot for the life of me find any pictures of it, but there was one called Demon City Shinjuku.
Yeah,
and it's very old. It's also a very, very good horror anime.
It's pretty fucked up.
Actually,
it is.
We're talking horror anime. Revan, put up the one I sent you.
Yep.
You guys didn't even let Phil talk about what they posted.
Oh,
sorry, Phil.
Save it for last, but
okay. Oh yeah, we'll come back to it.
What the fuck? I don't know that one.
I'm
Okay,
seeing
this
this
is a-
advertised.
This is a anime called Another, as you can see on screen, and it's a very creepy anime because it's about a dude. He transfers into a new school in the country, and this particular school and his particular class has a very weird curse on it that repeats every year, where there is an extra person in the class, and nobody in it. There's like some mimetic thing happening where it's very difficult to figure out who this person is. But as long as this person is still alive, there will be horrible accidents that keep happening that keep killing people.
This isn't like some corpse party level shit, is it?
Yeah, it's messed up. So they have to, like, over the course of the anime, figure out who the extra person is, and really by using just like process of elimination, they and I'm not going to say who it was, and then he actually has to like murder this person.
Okay.
Well, I guess you got to break the curse. I'm sorry to hear that, Rennie, by the way, but thanks for popping up.
Hey, Rennie, thanks for showing up, girl. That is a word that I won't be saying. That title, thanks to Bionic Belly Button. She really made me heard my accent that day. So, Katala.
Yes,
Hi,
the Fear
Alma.
games. Mostly Fear 1 and 2. 3 was kind of for me.
3, I'll put it this way before you get started. 3 was fun, but it wasn't as much horror based.
Yeah, 3 was more fun than it was more fun than horror. The other two were very, very creepy. Particularly number 1. If you ever climbed a ladder in Fear 1,
Yes.
that would scar you for like the next month.
It was one of those
Yes.
games where it really defies that whole stupid thing with horror game purists that being armed takes away from a horror game.
Yeah.
No.
Because you are kitted out like a motherfucker in the Fear games, and shit will still fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a very excellent game.
Okay.
And
So,
that's what happens when you have a supernatural little girl and our fucking cannibal fucking lunatic as your
Mel
antagonist.
says, if we're gotta
Okay.
throw...
Dead Space, absolutely. Soma and Amnesia are walking simulators, and they're boring as fuck, and I hate those damn things. I hate walking simulator horror games.
I'm gonna have to agree.
Now,
I
I'm
played
going
Amnesia, did not care for it.
to show a classic
Yeah.
image. And I don't know if you'll agree with me.
The Rear Window.
The Rear Window. I fucking love this movie. I absolutely...
It's more of a
Look.
thriller.
It is, but it came out around Halloween over here, so...
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, not what I expected to see, but not a bad movie.
Also, this.
Oh
What the
jeez,
fuck?
I forgot
Wow,
about
okay.
that
Oh
movie.
geez. I
Yes.
remember the fucking commercials for that.
Oh,
I didn't
I've
see the
seen...
commercials, but
Is that the remake or is that the original?
That's the
one?
remake.
Bite me, metal.
You gotta go to the original, buddy. That's where it's at.
So, throughout the thing, he's killing off he's trying to murder the family and doing a terrible job. Now, this is the thing with me. I ruin horror movies by using the simple
Oh my
thing
god.
called logic.
Well, unfortunately, there are a lot of horror movies that are easily ruined by simple fucking logic.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Son of Richard. I'm a huge Hitchcock fan. I swear to God, if anyone clips that and gets rid of the word hitch, I'm going to punch them.
Why are you giving people ideas?
Anyway, moving on. So in the Stepfather, at the end of it, one of the lines I really loved and it's always stuck with me is, "What name am I using now?" when she calls him by his name. That line really fucking stuck with me. I don't know why, but I absolutely love that line. Yeah, now I'm just going to click. This one I hate with a passion.
oh, Scream.
Oh god, Scream.
Yes,
That movie was campy and
That's
kind
a
of
slasher flick, anyway.
yeah. That's more Friday the 13th territory.
Yeah.
Batwoman-
Not on the same
Batwoman's-
level. But
Metal on
Batwoman
that one will
is-
agree. That is
Yes.
absolutely a horror show.
Metal and Dalek and Sci-Fi, all of you have been upgraded to mods. You can actually post your links here now. I just realized that. Well, you got the network. So, I was talking to Jedi Bill about it today, and Son of a Red Shirt, and I turned around and I'm like, why did they not just grab pallets from the fence outside and just charge the murderer? There was only one dude with a knife. Like, it's not that scary.
well, there's in the first film there was two of them working.
Although, to be fair, only one of them had the damn knife still.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey there, Poe. Hey, good to see you, man.
And also, if you can't fucking... I forget that idiot's name, but if you couldn't take that skinny blonde motherfucker, what the hell are you doing with your life?
Right.
Dude, I don't know, is it a gamer in me, but if you saw someone with a knife, you're like, finally. It's like, now it's my turn.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to pick another picture.
Oh my god! Wow! Jesus.
So we're going to go with one of, I think it's Bill's.
Jeepers Creepers.
I remember that ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
From 2000. It was just. I loved the creeper and the wicked old milk truck.
I'll say, yeah, that was a
yes.
bitchin'
Station down
truck.
the
If
road.
you could fix that motherfucker up a little.
The last scene of that was when the song played. Now, don't sing the song because it's copyrighted stuff.
Of course.
Where he's there and he just has this freaking head with no eyes. Oh, that image, I absolutely fucking love it.
Oh, you mean when she found her brother?
No. She never found in that one. She never found him. The creeper was.
Oh
picking
yeah,
at-
it's when he walked up behind him. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Hold on now. Phil, is there anything you want to talk about? Because I'm just uploading one or two photos because I'm so professional.
Oh, okay. No, just about. I love the.
Well,
the
it
scene.
depends
I wish
on,
they-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry, I didn't realize you weren't finished.
I wish they would have showed more of the church scene in Jeepers Creepers, where they showed the cathedral of bodies stitched together.
Oh
That
yeah. I
is
remember that.
truly creepy and horrific.
If I recall properly,
Bodies
wasn't it
stitched
in the
together.
wasn't that actually in the well outside the place?
It was under the church.
Yeah, it was underneath. So when he fell in
was
the
up
well, they
in the
found it. Yeah.
ground under the church, the old church.
Well, it's a very interesting concept as well. Like this alien type demonic creature that wakes up every now and then just to annoy people's day.
Feeds.
Yes,
On
right.
whatever
On
it decides to eat. Every 35.
Vegans. Honestly, guys, if I was a vampire, guys, put this in the chat if you agree with me. If we were all vampires, would you only bite vegans? Think of how
Probably taste like shit.
It'd probably be awful. No vitamins, man.
No
Yeah.
vitamins. No the one thing
If you were a
that the one
vampire
thing you
on a
have to
diet,
remember about
perhaps.
vegans is they not have any flavor.
Yes, this is true. Speaking about flavor,
Wow. Okay, that's a segue.
The birds.
chicken nuggets.
The birds. The
From the
birds.
birds.
Hitchcock, the
Birds.
birds.
This is from Katala, but this movie genuinely made people scared to go outside.
It did, yeah.
Well, yeah.
When it was
'Cause
first
birds
released.
are fucking everywhere.
Like, just shoot them. But anyway,
Yeah, how much ammunition that would take and how many
That's a
birds are on
Photoshop.
it.
it's America. You've got the ammunition.
Motherfucker,
That
don't
would-
grow on trees. You're gonna pay for this shit.
Yeah, you have to buy it, and you'd also have to in order to shoot enough birds to even make a dent in it, you would have to have the biggest shotgun you could get, which at the time I believe was a 10 gauge,
Yeah.
and you'd
Yeah.
have to have a widespread you'd have to have a very short barrel so it would scatter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, birds genuinely was I wasn't really a fan of birds. Now I'm a big fan of Hitchcock, but I never really got into birds either.
Okay.
It scared the living shit out of my sister.
I mean, that alone makes it worthwhile.
Yeah,
Right.
Arms will go on to one of your ones. Titus.
Oh yes.
Wow,
So
okay.
speaking of classic horror, this is old school classic horror because this is an adaptation of Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. And
Oh.
anyone who's read Shakespeare knows, I think there are something like 93 major. I think it was like there are so many horrors and atrocities in Titus Andronicus. It's like Shakespeare wrote a slasher play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Son of
and
Red
there's-
Shirt, I am familiar with the Hammer horror films, but I had too many to list a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's the idea that George R.R. Martin got for the nephew's getting baked in the pie and fed to someone.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Got it from Titus Andronicus.
Oh.
Like the I mean, there's like mutilation. There's I think somebody calculated there's one atrocity committed in this play for every 93 lines of text.
Okay. So that's
It's just deeply messed up, and so yeah, the slasher genre is quite old.
so Phil also gave me this to go back to one of Phil's.
Okay. So, when you think Resident Evil movie, what may come to mind is the garbage Paul Anderson series with his wife being paid to play herself.
God, I hope not. I hope that's
But-
not what comes to mind immediately.
Unfortunately,
saying
for a lot of
that's
people
exactly
who,
what comes to mind.
but there were also some actually canon to the games CGI movies that starred Leon and Claire, called Resident Evil Degeneration and Resident Evil Damnation, and they're actually pretty damn good. Well, Degeneration is. I haven't seen Damnation yet. I've been meaning to, but if it's anywhere near as good as Degeneration was,
I will say
Yeah.
that one female agent that was in Degeneration was cute as fuck.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Speaking about cute as fuck.
I don't know who would want to call Stripe cute, but I mean, hey,
Look at him,
whatever
he's
works for you.
I mean,
Guys, he's
you do you, buddy.
Yeah, he's
And if that means
violently
you do
adorable.
him, then
So Gremlins is here because it is describing Gremlins as someone who hasn't seen it is difficult.
Well, everyone's seen Gremlins.
You say that, but there's a lot of people that haven't. But Gremlins came
I'm
out
sure
in
there's a lot.
1984, and it was kind of a combination horror film / dark comedy. And when I say
Yeah.
dark comedy, I mean dark as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like people talking about like the suicide rates during Christmas. Billy's girlfriend
Somebody
explaining,
getting stuck in a chimney.
Billy's girlfriend explaining how they found her dad dressed as Santa Claus stuffed in their chimney.
wow.
At the same time, you have these psychotic little bastard creatures that spawn from the little Mogwai Gizmo
Fuck.
that are just acting like supreme little assholes and killing people. Stripe being the ringleader of them,
do not add water.
and Stripe, of course, being the smart one and the biggest asshole, decides to go out and immediately dump himself into a swimming pool to make a whole fuckload more.
I mean,
Well-
it's amazing how often smart and a major asshole in a horror movie go hand in
This
hand.
is true.
Well, that's why I'm an asshole.
You're
'cause
not
I'm
being
just-
a jerk. I mean, it didn't scare
Aw.
me, but a lot of people consider Gremlins a horror film. And I think it's both funny and really fucking dark.
Didn't they put
But-
a gremlin into a microwave?
Yeah, Billy's
Yep.
mom microwaved one of them.
And a blender.
And then she stabbed the shit out of the third one.
I wonder how it tasted afterwards.
I'm gonna guess really terrible.
Yeah, I don't
You'd be
think
sur-
Gremlins would taste very good.
You'd be surprised.
Well, you have to
So-
season them properly.
exactly.
I'm not even sure seasoning would fix it.
Oh, God.
So, Jedi, we're going to
Yeah.
talk about the GIMP squad.
That's
Wow, sir.
Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
you have the one on the far left or right. Was a camera guy, and the one in the center was a bartender, and the DJ, and he's got the CDs in it, and he launches CDs from his face. I forget
Now-
what the other one is.
Now, this might just be me, but any Star Trek nerd here looking at this, I wonder if you guys will agree. This looks like someone looked at the Borg and says, I could make these sexier, and failed.
I mean, considering that these
Why
movies started
sexier?
before the Borg even existed.
Uh-huh. I'm just saying. So
The
far,
Borg weren't a thing until the late 90s at the very...
Oh, I could tell you all about
Beast.
Ash, but I didn't send you that
The
one.
Borg were in TNG season 2.
who
Really?
sent me Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So,
yeah, I guess they were. That was still the
So-
90s, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
who said
88,
who,
89.
who said Ash?
AW. You want to talk
Okay.
about Ash?
This was me, and this is specifically from Army of Darkness, which was a favorite of my family when I was younger. And it's just such a goofy film, and it's brilliant. It's like it's the third in the
Jake.
Evil Dead series, and they're just like, okay, we're out of ideas. Let's send Ash back to the Middle Ages, and then
Oh,
he's
for
going
fuck's
to
sake.
fight the Army of Dead,
Right.
and
Alright.
it's brilliant.
We need to finish watching the TV show, guys. We have some...
I'm open to do so, but we got to get people back together.
I know, but...
We're getting the band back, boys.
Woo! The band's coming back together! We're not doing any concerts because only one of us can play instruments.
Wow.
So, the
Also,
next...
a lot of places are still shut down because of the coof.
Woo!
Oh, hi, Dennis Hopper.
Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yes.
The
I
fact
forgot they made a second one of
everything
that.
about this
Wheel
movie, everything
Bill
about this
Moseley.
fucking movie is overshadowed by the moment of Dennis Hopper dual wielding chainsaws and calling himself the fucking Lord of the Harvest.
I have never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
2 is an entirely different animal from the original.
The first one was a very, very frightening horror movie for some people. 2,
I know it
I had
turned my mom
completely
off of horror
forgotten
movies.
about until just now.
Yeah.
2 was entirely different.
But it still kicks ass.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, although I do believe that when I watched it, the thing that stuck out to me the most, yes, was was this guy just dual wielding chainsaws and calling himself the Lord of the Harvest.
Oh, God, that sounds fucking hilarious.
It got people cracking up, and you felt bad a little bit afterwards for cackling like a hyena.
3, 4...
In the
Yeah,
opening scene-
None of us should ever feel bad for cackling like a hyena.
I mean,
No,
considering we were watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, yeah, there was a reason we felt bad about it.
I know, right?
There's plenty of shit in 2 that you're meant to fucking laugh at. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
there is. Like, 2, I would say, is a horror comedy.
Mhm.
So, Phil, you
What
sent me
the
this.
fuck?
Let me see. Yes. So,
Oh, yes.
we're gonna take a quick detour from horror movies and talk about some horror music.
Music.
So, if you are a fan of metal from the 80s, you should be very familiar with King Diamond. And if you're not, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
I live in Ireland. Our music from the 80s was literally talking about chicken fillet roll. One of the most popular songs in Ireland is about a guy who's thinking about getting a breakfast roll and a chicken fillet roll. And have you ever had a ride in a tractor?
Wow. But anyway,
Yes.
King Diamond is without a doubt the one who does concept albums the best. Many of his albums are not only concept albums, but albums that from beginning to end tell a cohesive story. And a lot of them are very fucking gruesome and horror themed. And it is awesome. If you like 80s metal, if you like soaring lead vocals, high pitched lead vocals that are like when he does the falsetto, I cannot recommend King Diamond enough. And I can also recommend anybody who watches Razor Fist to watch his Metal Mythos episode on King Diamond to get like a basically an idea of the synopsis on some of his more detailed concept albums. And two of them that I actually shared here, which were Them and Conspiracy, are not only concept albums in and of themselves, but like they tie directly into each other. Conspiracy is a continuation of Them, and it is just, I can't see anybody who likes heavy metal and horror movies not liking King Diamond.
Shouldn't it be called horror metal or heavy movies or some shit like that?
Heavy movies.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's
What?
movies about fat people. Never mind.
Wow, sir.
So, Arms, yeah, you sent me this.
Yeah, so this is another horror anime. Or really, it's a cop anime that sort of verges into horror. It's Psycho-Pass, and like Psycho-Pass, and it's
Dude's
like a
partner has
dystopian anime
fantastic legs.
about future Japan, where the government has implemented this like brain scanning system that can just tell if you have criminal tendencies, and they'll just
So
lock
China.
you up because you're just thinking wrong.
So this is like
And,
that pre-crime
China.
bullshit from whatever the fuck that movie was with Tom
Yeah,
Cruise in it.
it's like Minority Report, except
Yeah, that.
so much more pervasive. But
Any
the,
boy band was horror music. Different
God.
kind of horror, Sci-Fi Nation.
Ouch.
But the
Well-
the thing is, this system is so powerful and so pervasive that it can link into the police's even like the police's weapon systems, and they're only like unlocked when they're actually pointing at a criminal. But here's
Okay.
the thing: what if you have somebody who's just such a stone cold psychopath that they can commit crimes and their mind is just completely clean? And that's what they start dealing with.
So, are both images the one thing? Like,
Yeah, they're both from the same show.
I love the guns.
God, she looks good in that suit.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
there's a movie I didn't put up images of because I didn't want people to judge me. But anyway,
Okay.
so there's a movie called Inside. And it's starring Indiana Elsbeth. Okay? Elise, whatever the hell her name is. And so she's this girl who gets taken over by a demon that's using her reflection. Okay?
Okay.
And the whole thing is that she's trying to kill people, but she also sleeps with them as well. And it is one of the dumbest and funniest horror movies that's unintentionally hilarious.
Wow.
Because literally the beginning, how she comes up against the demon, there's no ritual, no magic books, none like that. No. She runs a bath in her island bath, gets out of the bath, goes across the bathroom, gets up onto the counter, looks at herself in the mirror, and starts playing with herself.
I remember seeing that movie, and I remember when I saw it, I thought it was fucking stupid.
I know. I laughed my entire way through it, and people going, "Oh my god, that's so scary!" Like,
I didn't recognize the name when you said it. That's why. Fucking
Yes.
hell.
Oh boy.
That movie was fucking stupid. Like
Nothing in that movie made sense. And you know what made it even funnier, by the way, was the fact that they didn't intend for it to be funny. They intended for it to
No.
be scary. It was not scary, by the way.
Yeah, like I remember I was watching it in class, like not in class. I was watching it with a few friends, and I'm there, and I'm like, "Are we watching porn?"
It's like horror is one of
It was
the
a
most
valid question.
difficult types of fucking thing to write. If you can't do it, don't fucking do it.
But Farv, one of her victims, she's there and she looks at him and she goes, "Do you want to have some help me with my homework?" And then goes up and in front of her mother begins to fucking unzip her skirt and says, "I'll be busy." And her mother's like, "Okay, have fun, dear."
You know, the great thing about a skirt is you ain't got to take it off. Why you bother unzipping it?
She's in a school. It's a school skirt.
Okay, again, you don't really need to take that off. I'm just saying.
Yeah. To stop having a seizure and pick a layout. Okay.
I think he's talking about the background. I'm not sure, though.
I'm not changing the background, man. That's not me. Whenever I put up an image, the size of it changes. It ain't me. It's how StreamYard works. It's
Dalek
called,
says, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's called Inside. Dalek is furiously writing this down. So
It's just awful.
It's fucking terrible. There's another movie, I don't even remember its fucking name, but it's with Miranda Cosgrove. Now, guys, I'm going to ask you a logic question. Okay? Since Katala's the girl, I'll ask her. Barbara, if I went up to you with a gun, knocked on your window, I'm going to kill you tonight at 8 o'clock. Okay? You see, I have a machete that has blood on it, and then I crack your glass. And I'm like, I'll see you later, and I'll be back. I leave. What do you do?
Considering I know exactly where every single gun in the house is, and all of them are loaded, I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to have them where I can grab them at a half second's notice.
Yeah, but remember, your horror movie in it's a live action. Dalek, I'll link it to you.
This is why people like us aren't in horror movies.
No, I know that, but so she turns around, she goes for a shower, and then goes to bed. And then when he breaks into her house, she's also surprised.
Oy.
It's like, oh no, he's back.
Okay, no one here goes to bed at 8 o'clock. By the way, just saying.
It's called a nap.
No.
I don't know anybody who takes a nap at 8 p.m.
I don't take a nap, period, unless I'm sick as fuck.
Yeah. So let's see. Do we have any other ones?
Yeah, you should have another one from me.
Oh, hold on. I'm just going.
Oh, you should have two more from me from the same thing.
Creep Show. Stephen King and George Romero. Yes, great anthology movie. So you got Dawn of the Dead poster on the background.
Welcome, Romero, of course.
Yeah.
The infamous one, Father's Day, was the beginning story. I want my cake, Bedelia. I want my cake.
Also well known for reminding people that
okay?
Leslie Nielsen didn't always do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on how long you can hold your breath.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen was actually a straight actor, which is actually some... in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the guy who played the captain was, just a bit of trivia, was actually well known for not being a comedian, and they hired him specifically for that fact. Because he played a straight guy really well. But Favre, why did you send me a selfie?
Shut your mouth. By the way,
It's a
that
howling.
particular fucking werewolf was played by Robert Picardo.
Fucking what now?
I'm fucking serious, dude. Robert Picardo, the doctor from Voyager. He played a serial
kind
killer
of
fucking
incredible.
werewolf in this movie.
Yeah.
He could pull it off.
Also, the makeup done by Rob Bottin.
Yep, more Rob Bottin work. So what
Yeah.
this is an investigative reporter goes undercover looking for this fucking serial killer. Well, she manages to get a hold of him, and he agrees to meet her.
Played by Dee Wallace.
Yeah, he agrees to meet her at a porn theater.
Of course. That's where I meet all my friends.
So she goes in there, and he says he's going to talk to her, and then
Guess
after
that's
they
why we're not
talk,
friends.
after they talk, he says he's going to show her the truth about him, and you never see what he shows her, but you see her freak the fuck out, and then the cops panic, go in there after her, bust in, and shoot somebody. Well, she ends up basically getting like PTSD over what she saw, and her therapist, a guy she goes to for therapy, suggests she goes to this place called the Colony, which is supposed to be a place where people go to kind of, to recover from tragic things, let's say.
And what it really is, a covenant of werewolves.
What it is an ancient fucking town that was, because I also read the book, it was an ancient town called Dragia, which was later renamed to Drago, and then
That's not ominous at all.
Yeah, the doctor called it the Colony. Well, the werewolves had been living here to conceal themselves from the rest of the world so that they wouldn't get hunted down and they could do what they needed to do, to survive.
Yeah.
But there was a power struggle there between the doctor and a woman named Marcia, who I believe that I did send you an image of her talking to somebody.
Yeah, I have that. Brand. So that would be up at the top because I'm so perfect. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's Marcia. Marcia is the sister of the serial killer who got shot up, as it turns out.
Revenge!
He came from this village, so yeah, she's not overly thrilled that the reporter is here at the Colony, for one thing. She also takes a liking to the reporter's husband, which gives her another reason to not want her alive and around.
Well,
so he
that's
gets
the Mocklin divorce.
He gets bitten and infected by Marcia in the middle of the night while he goes out looking for what's scaring the shit out of his wife at night. And she ends up having to call in a friend of hers to get her out of the colony, because at that point, Marcia kills the doctor. Well, she actually takes over, and they're going to kill the doctor and the reporter because they're sick of fucking hiding.
Okay.
And there's a big confrontation at the end where the friend of hers from town, Chris, comes in after having bought a box of silver bullets from this guy who runs a curio bookshop, who, by the way, is played by the same actor as the old man with the tractor from Gremlins.
Oh my goodness.
Dick Miller was in a lot of movies. He was also in the original Terminator.
So Arms just sent me this.
That is one of the pictures I sent you for Golden Comwy. It's one of the weirder ones I have. Can you put one of the other ones?
Yep.
Were they throwing glasses of blood at each other?
I'm not sure what the concept of that one is.
They looked very disgusted and put out with each other in that one, just saying.
Right. So anyway, this anime is called Golden Comwy, and it's in a sort of the tradition of like creepy stories involving the Japanese military. So this is it's an anime that came out a couple of years ago, and it's about this dude who like just got out of the Japanese army after the Russo-Japanese War, and he meets this. He's out like hunting in Hokkaido. He meets this Ainu girl, and he starts hanging out with her. That's the girl.
Yeah, I was wondering if she was Ainu, because she looks Ainu.
Sorry.
She looks the Japanese. For those of you who don't know, there is a Japanese subculture who lives on the northern island of Japan. I don't know the name of the island, but they are older than the current Japanese culture.
Yeah, it's Hokkaido, and basically when sort of Japan was getting I would say settled originally, there were indigenous people in Japan who got gradually defeated and pushed north by the Japanese. So that's the I know.
I knew that.
But anyway,
God
so they
damn
sort
it.
of get involved in they sort of get involved over the course of the show
Hey there, Tim.
in a prison, and really in like a prison break by a bunch of just really creepy Japanese criminals, like J-horror type slashers.
Oh,
Who they
wow.
sort of get involved in having to track down. And all the bad guys in the show are just the creepiest dudes. There's like, just both in the just both complete psychos in the Japanese army they have to deal with, who are running around Hokkaido trying to find these dudes, and then
Who's the fucking
kill
sniper?
themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry?
He was.
I said,
he was
who's
ask-
the fucking sniper?
He's a friend of his. He meets a few episodes in.
Okay.
It's another dude with the Japanese army.
Oh, hey, Gregory. Anyway, just moving on. So you were saying AW? No. I'm moving on from that comment.
No,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I was just I finished my piece on it.
Yeah.
It's a good anime.
Oh yeah, looks it. So there is this fucking movie, which I didn't get an image for. It's starring Abigail Breslin. It's called Haunted, where it turns around and Abigail is this girl and she's in the 80s, right? And she keeps doing the same thing day to day in the same house. The house keeps, like, she'll fix something, but tomorrow the same patch will fall off. None more, none less. Always the same thing. And her dad keeps acting strange. Right?
Okay.
Then a while later, all she remembers is at the end of the day, she falls asleep on the settee, wakes up in bed. Right? And then a while later, she starts hearing voices and footsteps in her house. And she finds an iPad. Remember, she's from the 1980s. At that point, she realizes she be dead. Right? So,
Okay, then.
it then realizes that her dad is actually taken over by a demon. And he's now in the father of the new girl who's there. And so she takes over the body every night of the girl who's alive. And the girl records a video of herself and leaves it on the tablet because she realizes what's going on. And there's a real funny scene where she's trying to figure out how to work the tablet. When she's like, press play, and she's like, what? What the fuck are you on about? And then she presses play, but at the end of the movie, they manage to get the demon back into heaven, let's just say purgatory world. And then when they go outside, all his previous victims, and you see like hundreds of years going back to Native Americans, all appear on the lawn, and they all stand there and they all point at him, and apparently pointing kills people now. Because that kills the demon. I don't know what that's from, but yeah, he falls to his knees and then he fades away, and her dad walks in from behind the crowd and she's like, I've been waiting for you since the 80s. And she's like, oh, hi, Dad. So, yeah.
Seems a very strange movie.
I explain things weirdly, but there we go.
It's fine.
Yeah. With me, well, I'll go back to Final Destination with me, right? I love stupid horror movies with a passion. And Final Destination is the top of the cake for me. Because it is so fucking stupid. Like, basically, death fucks up 5 times in a row and doesn't get fired.
The hell?
Yeah, have you never seen Final Destination, Katala?
I have, but it's been a long time.
So basically, these people are on a plane, bus, train, whatever, and they have to figure out how everyone died in the exact order that they die in to try and save themselves. Number 3, no one survives.
The flight was 187.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my IQ.
Oh.
Wow, sir.
And so in the first one, they're on this plane, and this friend starts screeching, and he's like, "Everyone, get off the plane!" And for some reason, they don't evacuate the entire plane. When some guy starts screaming, the plane's going to blow up. Yeah, Metal, you're absolutely right, and it got fucking hilarious. Like, literally, they're in the fifth one. No, sorry, the fourth one.
You forgot
There's this. Oh no, I'm going to go back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you were saying?
The Undertaker, played by Tony Todd.
Oh yes.
In the first one.
He was actually Death, meant to be Death.
No.
He was also the Undertaker, the Doctor, the Coroner, right?
Yeah.
He's been a few different people, but there's this escalator, as I'll say for Americans, because if I say it the way we say it, you will laugh at me, right?
Oh,
So-
come on.
No, not really.
No.
Fine. There's this moving stairs.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it is,
Yeah.
though.
Snaps in half, and there's big rotary blades underneath it. And
Yeah, all the gears.
yeah, and the guy, he's standing there, and he keeps holding his girlfriend's hand, trying to pull her out while she's being grounded up, inevitably keeping her alive longer. Right? It's like, just let her go. And then she just gets all, like, kind of, like, turned into pumpkin spice latte.
Hamburger meat.
Oh, yes. No, in the third one, God fucking damn it. In the third one, they turn around and there's this firework event. And so it starts off this roller coaster. Girl, she starts, like, kind of premonition that everyone dies horribly. And everyone ends up dying. There's these two bimbos who end up getting barbecued to death in a tanning salon.
The hell?
Yes.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah.
Then this girl, she's in a hardware store, and she gets about 17, 18 hardware nail gun nails through her head, and she goes, "Aww." As she dies, her boyfriend gets caught. Her boyfriend, like, basically becomes the bad guy for the rest of the movie. He then turns into this killer, and he's like, "I am immortal," like I am. And he's
You are
like,
not immortal, sir.
He's like,
It
"You
was
can't
actually like
kill
a Home
me."
Depot.
Yeah, it's
It was a warehouse.
It's TV version Home Depot,
Oh.
right? It's not like proper brand name. It's like
Yeah.
Home Deposit.
Yeah,
or
it's an off
something.
name because, yeah. No. Yeah.
And
Home deposit.
yeah, some shit like that. It's literally a really dumb name. And he ends up getting killed by a forklift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grief.
Like, it comes down and smashes on it, and the girl who's her boyfriend, her sister, and her all survive, and they're like, "Oh, we survived the end of the thing." So they all agree never to be together again in the same room, or death will kill them. So she's on this train and she's going along, and they're playing this song like, "There's someone walking behind you, turn around, look and see." Throughout this entire movie, and that's how you know death is coming in this movie. So at the end of it, all three of them are together, and she's on this train. The train wrecks. She's alive. She's got a compound fracture, and with her compound fracture, she's there and she's outside and she's looking, and you can see her sister, and her sister's twitching on the ground, dying as you do, and she looked. I think the non-copyright name, the best ever one, was Mac Burger Kong.
What?
Ow.
So then she's there and she's looking and she's like, making very erotic noises and holding her leg. But she looks up and all you hear is the sound of a train coming. The train derails and kills her, any survivors, and just big explosion, and that's how it ends.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Arms. You want?
Yes. Okay, so
Damn it,
this is yet another good anime. This is an anime called called Erased in the English release, and it's called Bokudake ga Inaimachi in the Japanese
Bless
release.
you.
And also,
Somehow I knew that was coming.
Go jump in a lake.
That's something my
Called the
dad would have
Japanese
done.
language dude. So, this is an anime about a dude who had a tragedy in his childhood. Basically, he he met this girl when he was in like elementary school, and she disappeared, and sort of everybody thinks she was murdered. Well, he gets as an adult. I think he's like a crime writer or something as an adult. But he gets basically gets time traveled back to when he was a child.
Okay.
And gets sort of like stuck in a Groundhog Day loop of him being a kid, and like being like an 8-year-old trying to keep this girl from getting murdered, and it's super creepy because just sort of with who it turns out the murderer is, just all the like sketchiness that's happening.
Yeah. That's actually quite good. I must check that out. Actually, I know a bit of trivia that nobody knows about. Well, not most people do. From Groundhog Day. So, does anyone know how long he was in the loop?
Oh, it wasn't like thousands of years or something?
10,000 years.
Which is kind of insane if you think about it.
Yeah, he's spent the same day for 10,000 years. And he has basically become a master of everything, an ultra zen. And then he manages to fix it. But yeah, he spent 10,000 years. Like, imagine doing the same thing 10,000 years in a row and you remember it absolutely every time. You would go insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you might even get a pair of wet socks or something like that, but...
Wow.
So, but the thing is,
that will never
No.
die, will it?
No, it will not. But yeah,
I'm not
a lot
saying it should.
No, which is true.
Wow, sir.
Mm.
Well, just in case he watches. Oh, Arms. May I ask you something as our resident legal student?
Go ahead.
Please explain this.
I knew this had to come up.
This is a federal judge explaining how promises about the quality of future products can be illusory, and using the Disney sequel trilogy to Star Wars to illustrate the point.
which means legally the Disney Star Wars trilogy sucks.
I mean, it's not part of the case's holding, but it is in strong and persuasive dicta.
Yeah. And that is the best thing ever.
I just need to say from that judge is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
So guys, we've been going for about an hour. So everyone here after this head over to Sci-Fi Nation's stream. He's actually doing a stream on Star Trek Online. But Phil, do you want to talk about ghost stories? Because I know you've wanted to, and you can properly talk about it.
Okay.
And then we'll show ourselves.
Bring up the
baby.
Picture. Bring up the picture again.
Fucking Christ.
Oh.
Okay, so this anime, obviously it came out in Japan first, but when it did, it was pretty much known as just a bland ripoff of various popular horror movies. And it didn't do well. I don't want to say it flopped, but I will say in Japan it was a bigger bomb than Nagasaki. So,
in other words, it really didn't do well.
Yeah. So people did not like it in Japan. So when it came time to bring the show over to America, to the West, the company who owned the distribution rights were Aniplex. And they thought, they didn't have hopes for this because it had failed so hard in Japan. So when they gave it to ADV Films to dub, and
Guys, I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't play YouTube links on YouTube. Those are copyrighted.
Sadly, no, but there are clips of this that exist on
Oh
YouTube.
no, I got sent a link by Metal. Metal sent me a link, which I can't play on YouTube as much as I want to.
Sadly not, but do yourselves a favor if you have not, and this goes for everybody who's watching this too. If you have not seen any of this and what I'm about to mention interests you at all, there are links. There are videos of funny clips of this show on YouTube that you can watch. And then if you like those, the entire 20 episode series is available on Amazon Prime. And you don't have to purchase anything. It's just part
Amazon
of the thing.
Prime America.
Well, yeah. If you I'm assuming most of the people watching this live in America.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, getting back to it, they basically, because they had like nothing, they were not expecting anything to come out of this. When Aniplex gave the show to ADV Films to dub, they basically gave them no direction. They gave them nothing in terms of a script or any kind of guidelines. Basically, they were given free, almost entirely free reign to do whatever they wanted with this show. And basically, there were three things that they could not do. They could not change any of the names of the main characters. They could not change how the ghosts were killed or sealed or whatever. And they could not change the overall plot or message of the episodes or the show. Other than that, they were free to do whatever the hell they wanted. And that's exactly what they did.
Hey,
and
Ethereal
the
Dragon.
results are turning a bland fucking horror movie ripoff show into one of the most amazing dark comedies you could ever hope to see.
It's absolutely amazing. But Jedi, since you're the guest, do you want to shill yourself here first, man?
What's that?
We're shilling ourselves, then we're going to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I run the Insomniac Soup, and 2 or 3 times a week I run Buckets of Blood Theater, where I show horror movies. I commentate over the horror movies, and you can watch along with me my horror movie. Buckets of Blood Theater.
Yeah, and Jedi build us in the open lines Insomniac type of channel, which I don't do, but it's absolutely great for him. Then he'll let anybody on it, including me, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
Brilliant! Is it brilliant? I'll have to renew my Prime. So we'll go, because Farvis dropped my link. The link. Other guys here who have channels, please link me, so I can be professional and pretend that I've got the links all.
Yes, I've got to say that. I've got to say that out loud. AW says in the chat, Ghost Stories is the rule proving exception about changing things in anime dubs. Yes, most anime dubs are great when they are respectful to the source material, and when they're true to the source material, and when there is competent writing and acting to them.
When you're not the kind of jackasses in Funimation who think you're funny.
Yeah.
Or when
Yeah.
when you're not fucking 4Kids trying to change a bunch of shit for Americanization and censoring purposes. Yeah. My thoughts exactly, Farv. Ghost Stories dub is amazing for the exact opposite reasons. The acting is still, for the most part, fairly competent, but they just throw
Son of
the
a Red
rule book
Shirt, those are classic movies, but they're not exactly horror movies.
Yeah.
Dracula might be.
Dracula, yeah, the
One
mummy.
could make an argument for Dracula being a horror movie.
But Son of a Red Shirt, we've only got
I do
so
want to
long.
see the Wolfman from
Yeah.
the 40s.
And besides which, the Hammer Dracula was better. Sorry.
Yeah, but Son of a Red Shirt, we do only have so long, and there's like 6 of us on the panel, and all of them wanted to talk about stuff. So if I did that, then that'd mean I'd have to cut someone else off, which I don't like to do. Okay, so Farv, you want to show yourself?
Oh, you put
Yeah,
the link up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a channel. It's mostly gaming stuff. Although we do have some commentary stuff we do on there occasionally. Called Farvithian Guard. It's Farvithian spelled the same way as it is in my name there, and just guard like a guard. I got a lot of retro stuff in there. I got some more recent stuff on there as I'm slowly working on my fucking PC. Eventually, unfortunately, with unforeseen circumstances fucking slapping us in the back of the head, it's going to probably take longer than projected, but eventually we do have a capture card. We're just trying to set up a laptop so I can stream fucking ridiculous amounts of games I have on my consoles in the other room. But until then, I'm mostly running shit off my PC, which has limited stuff on it.
Fantastic. Yeah, he is actually a great guy, and when you hear him being himself and just having a laugh, he's actually like properly hilarious.
We still need a book a book compilation of all of Farv's unique swear words.
Yes, and yeah. So Phil, now AW and Katala, your stuff will be pinned in the description of this video, so you don't need to send me links.
Okay.
So Phil, you want to show yourself?
All right, so
Anyone
I have
else?
Wow.
Please don't hurt me. I'm squishy.
You better watch out in Texas.
Go on, Phil.
All right, so my YouTube channel is Kilroy Was Here. I do gaming streams. I just did one for a game called My Time at Porsche. It's like my 8th or 9th, probably more than that, because I've had to cut streams short because of internet issues and like restart a different new stream for them. I've done a few parts of Porsche already. I'm trying to get more games to stream too. I really want to stream Stardew Valley on there. But yeah, check out Kilroy Was Here. That's all I got.
Okay. And we've actually got someone on the panel who can read, guys.
Wow,
Fuck's
sir.
sake.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Katala. Reading is these
Oh,
things
here
called
we go again.
called
Oh,
books because the church has dictated that women can't read.
Yeah, that was way, way, way back in like the 1200s, and they had to stop that. They were forced to stop that.
But
The butt nothing. Stop it.
Yeah,
No.
so this is my picture.
wait.
So he goes
Lord,
on.
look at the screen.
So, anyways, I was saying here, this is my book. Look it up on Amazon. It's called The Maiden's War, and it's very well reviewed. People who've read it love it. So, check it out.
Now I actually have a hardback copy, and if any of you are hardback collectors, just go to the Discord, which will be linked in the description of this video or any videos I have. Shameless plug. And just and just go there and
We
just don't
should
watch
after
any of
this.
my early stuff. Please, God, don't. Where you'll be able to contact Armchair directly through the Streamed Baked Potatoes Discord, and in exchange for money, he will give you a free hard copy book, autographed.
And as a side note, I am mid final edits for my fucking book before I send it to the fucking copyright office. So
Yeah. So, Katala.
Yes.
Your
So
channel.
I have a YouTube channel. I do mostly gaming streams. In fact, I think that's all I've done so far. I do.
Yeah, you're a gamer, basically.
Yeah, I stream Guild Wars 2 for the most part. Although I am planning on streaming some other games once I get a little bit, more
Yeah.
on a
Equipment.
schedule. My streaming schedule has kind of been killed over the last month or two, but hopefully the hope is that I will get back up to speed and start doing these things more regularly again.
Yeah.
My channel is just my name. You type my name in YouTube, Katala Laris, and I should pop up at the top. I don't know what that cackle is for, sir, but I'm going to
Metal
slap
said,
you
I
when
want
you-
everyone here to go to Revan's old videos and leave a one-word comment on each of the videos until you type him a whole word message. Do it right after this video. You see, this is why I hate Metal. But guys, yeah, Katana Lar, she's like really... Her and AW, they're both underselling themselves short over on Katala's channel. Like, they're absolutely fucking hilarious. And if you're interested in Guild Wars or anything like that, Katala is basically a walking encyclopedia. At this
and
stage,
collectively, the three of us know a lot about the setting.
you're not a person.
Well, who the fuck asked you?
I mean, werewolves are people. They're
Oh,
just
for
a different
Christ's
kind of people.
Okay,
I'm not
Farvis. So
No,
Farvis
but it is funny.
So Farvis a fluffy boy confirmed.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's
so
not helping.
she don't like and
Okay, Ethereal Dragon.
Yeah, Ethereal Dragon. He's been here for a while. So, thank you.
I was not watching the chat earlier, so...
Yeah. So, she's hilarious, and when she gets off track, and now, guys, sorry, just a special thing. Dalek451, everyone. He's a new streamer. He's trying to find his feet. He's started out like we all have. He's only got 20-something subscribers. So guys, just go over to him, give him a sub, just like because we all had to start out somewhere, right? And we've all started out small, like so. You never know why he's going to become.
Started out small.
Yeah. So you don't know what other people are going to become until one day they become it. So we're going to end the stream now, and I would like to thank everybody for coming, and I would especially like to thank Jedi Bill for being the guest and for his first time on the channel. Jedi Bill is actually one of the people I started streaming with.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That happened.
Okay then. I think you lost connection.
Oh.
He got derps connected.
Oliver, go lay down.
Speaking
Yeah.
of derps.
Dumb
So-
dog.
Speak of the devil.
Guys,
he dots the fear.
So everyone, thank you all so much, and everyone have a great night. Phil, you want to say it? Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
you,
he's
Kevin
back.
Smith.
There we go.
And Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah.
And fucking chin balls. You take
Yes.
Whitaker with you.
So fuck Hollywood.
And the BBC.
Okay.
CBC.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
the entirety of official mainstream media entertainment. Just fuck all of them.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll cover all of it.
Exactly. Just
There we
buy. Just everyone go over buy Armchair's book, and if you become a simp to Katala, just remember I
Wow.
want money as well.
Please don't
Yes.
simp for me. I will cry.
Everyone make her cry. Start sending her really, really wholesome and lovely messages.
Oh, for the love of God.
Okay,